haven't been here all weekend, so I'm going to give a quick recap of what we've been doing. So yesterday at 6 p.m. about 49 people showed up, and we put them into 6 teams, and after some brainstorming, everyone got together in the room.
Looked very fresh in that first picture.
Yeah. Got to do some fishing. And they reached for the sky. And in the background, we had some uncensored tweets rolling by, which is very entertaining from time to time. Alright, so then everyone worked intensively through the night, supporting each other mentally as well as physically. Some people even managed to squeeze in a little bit of a power nap. In the morning, some teams had an entire full crew still working. Others were not so fortunate.
Carried a lot of people this week.
Then, to get the PR machine rolling, Catherine gave some good insight into how the mind of a journal works. So, after some more time of hacking, under extreme time pressure, with the occasional sort of 5-minute break, we finally come to the launch event. So we'll get six products that are in various stages of working or not working. We'll see. So first, so the team that wants to go first, that is very keen to go first.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So I've got team. What's it? Give.
Hi, I'm Brian Menzies, and I'm the nominated spokesman for this evening for GiveDo. GiveDo is a site that lets communities turn collective search traffic into cash for their cause. Now, Jeffrey Towers is the Chief Development Officer for the American Red Cross, and he's a guy that knows about fundraising. And he said, this is the worst fundraising environment I've ever worked in. And he said that in October. Anybody seen anything get better since October? So you can imagine what it's like now. When we look in the press, all the stories we see are about little charities scratching around, coming up with really innovative ways to pull together $1 here, $1 there to do things, because the demand's out the roof and none of the traditional money's coming in. So we've created a way to help them get a new revenue source. When you look at charitable organizations, non-profits, you see a lot of them using some elements of new technology to facilitate what they do. But none of them that we've found have managed to create a new revenue source from the new technologies. Well, we have with GiveDo. What we've got is a site that lets people come here and create a search page. If we just pull up one of the search pages. For example, someone's come in here and created the Australian multiple sclerosis search page. Click.
It's just slow internet connection.
So what we've done is, now this search page is just like a Google search. Okay, so it's actually sitting on the Google Search API, and when you run it, you get the same results as Google. When they've dressed it up a little bit with the logo, they've put some information about the Multiple Sclerosis Society. It's come up with all the searches just as fast as the Google site, the same results. It's got a series of ads over here, also served, AdSense ads served by Google. And when someone clicks on one of these ads, a portion of the ad revenue that Google earns goes back to the Multiple Sclerosis Society of Australia. Similarly, if someone clicks over on this bar, a portion of the revenue from that ad comes to us to help us pay for running the site. So that's what GiveDo is about, and it's enabling, it's encouraging communities that support a particular cause to all set this up as the primary place from which they search in order to help drive some additional revenue for their cause. This business is creating real value. There's real money going to a place where it's really needed. And there's a lot of emotional energy tied up in people's relationships with the charities they support. So we're feeling really confident that there's going to be a lot of action, a lot of people be interested in taking this up. Our rollout plan is to directly reach out through email and other means to chief fundraising officers and chief IT officers at Australian charities, large Australian charities, to start to get some usage of this tool. We're also going to be doing PR releases and Twitter and all that other good stuff. So we're trying to build some buzz in the next 24 hours to launch this site. GiveDo, it's giving by clicking.
Ryan, you want to stay up here and take some questions?
Yep.
If anyone has some.
I'll stay.
Yep. Richard.
How hard would it be to actually add it into the search bar of IE, whatever? Yeah.
Not terribly hard, but it takes time, and we've...
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got it written, weren't able to put up the option to download it. So that's for Firefox Open Search.
Is the Google API fully scalable?
Well, there's no inbuilt limit on it. Is that what you mean? Is
Yeah.
it like saying you can only do 300 of these a day?
Yeah. So would you'll be able to take those results from search results from Google at any scale?
When we've gone through the Google documentation, we haven't found anything around limitations on it so far. And we've been through the API pretty carefully.
Well, I think you're talking physically?
No.
No.
Limits.
Yeah, licensing.
Basically, yeah.
Question from someone on Ustream. They were just asking if you could explain a little bit about the Google's revenue sharing, because that was something they weren't aware about. You know, they were just checking that Google's okay sharing the revenue with you.
Okay, so it's the Google
Custom search.
custom search, and if you go to the Google custom search documentation, you'll find out one of the models saying how you can do it and share the revenue. It's AdSense revenue. Okay, so it's coming back to your AdSense account. So that's how it works. It's just the same as a normal AdSense share.
So have I understood it correctly? Have you got separate AdSense accounts on the page? On the left hand, yeah. So you've got
one is for the charity
on the
and
left.
one is for us.
And that's how you address the revenue split, right?
Yeah.
So there's no worry
It's
about...
not a revenue split. So the revenue, when there's a click, the
Right.
whole revenue from that click goes to whoever that ad was hooked up to.
Yeah,
There's
so
no
on the left,
splitting
it's
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So that side of the page, that's for them. This side of the page is for us.
yeah, there's
you
a
got it.
split down the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's a
But
quick
there's
idea.
a-
I don't see it.
Thank you. Great. Thanks, guys.